Good evening. Thanks for being with us. You're watching 9 at Night. I'm Lee Waldman. We want to get you to some breaking news tonight. Multiple shootings in Memphis, Tennessee. Police there say one suspect is responsible. They're looking for this 19-year-old man you see on your screen. They say he's driving a gray SUV and is armed with a gun. There are a few details in this case, but police say they're getting reports he's also live streaming while he's shooting. They're asking neighbors in Memphis to stay indoors as they try and catch the suspect in this case. This is a story that we'll continue to monitor. You can also catch the latest tonight on the Night Beats. New tonight, a table covered in drugs, guns, and cash. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office said they made the bust at a Southwest Side home on Barrel Cove last month. Tonight, they revealed 2 people were arrested, including a woman who tried to throw a bag of drugs over the fence. Deputies say they saw 28-year-old Sahara Martin trying to run from the back of the home, but they caught up with her. Meanwhile, inside of the home, they arrested 45-year-old Jody Martinez, who deputies say is an active gang member. Millions of dollars are on the line for Bexar County tonight, thanks to thousands of fans pouring into town for the Bad Bunny concert. That includes fans from across the country and around the world, and they came to town ready to spend on everything from hotels to food to merchandise.
Folks coming in that are international, they're going to be staying here. They're not coming in for one night and then taking off. They're going to stay and enjoy San Antonio for 2 or 3 days.
Tonight's show at the Alamo Dome is expected to bring in a crowd similar to last year's Alamo Bowl. That game generated $45 million for the city. San Antonio police are investigating a shooting downtown. It happened around 11 this morning in the 400 block of Labor Street. That's just a few blocks from the Tower of the Americas. Officers tell us several people are in custody after a person was shot at a Via bus stop. Police aren't sure what exactly led up to this shooting. A man was taken to the hospital. While we don't know his condition at this hour, police say he was responsive at the scene. Tonight, investigators are still trying to identify a body found this morning near downtown. It was so badly injured that they don't know yet if the victim was a man or a woman. A passerby came across the dead person at the intersection of El Paso and South Frio Streets around 7 a.m. When police got there, they found the body had suffered major trauma, so much so they say it will be difficult to figure out who it is.
When officers arrived on scene, they did confirm that that individual was in fact deceased. There was full body trauma to the individual. At this time, we don't know any specifics about this individual.
Police do believe foul play was involved, so homicide investigators were called in. Meanwhile, the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office is working to figure out who this person was. They didn't want to haul their trash, so instead 2 people were hauled in on illegal dumping charges. But as our Garrett Berger learned, this is a bigger nuisance affecting people across Bexar County.
Trash bags, furniture, and all manner of filth is heaped in this back alley in the Camelot 2 neighborhood.
And it's very disgusting because of the smell, the rats, and people do it all the time.
The neighborhood as a whole is a known problem spot for dumping. In June, the county posted this surveillance video of people throwing out trash and talking it too. At least 3 people were arrested on misdemeanor charges of illegal dumping related to that case. And in a separate case, the county announced this week 2 others had been arrested too, after a driver passing by snapped photos of them ditching mattresses and box springs. One of them, Larry Williams, was hit with a state jail felony charge because investigators say he runs a business.
We've had several arrests in the recent history, and we have noticed a marked difference in the illegal dumping. But in Bexar County, it is a pretty severe issue that we're addressing.
Cameras out in the open, like this one by Montgomery Elementary, where we met Dory's, are meant as a deterrent, while the county's hidden ones catch people in the act. Like the folks from the video in June, and now this man caught adding to the pile in the alley behind Soto's house.
Environmental investigators say they've been able to get a warrant for at least 1 person who's been caught dumping here. And when they arrest them, they hope that sends a message to others.
But the county's approach isn't just cuffing people. It also has trash service with special rates in 5 neighborhoods, including Camelot 2, a program it's looking to expand in the future. We have information on how to sign up on our website, KSAT.com. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
San Antonio police need your help to find a man accused of being a serial car thief. 29-year-old Mark McPherson is wanted for 2 counts of unauthorized use of a vehicle and 1 count of theft. But police believe he's actually behind multiple thefts throughout Bexar County. If you recognize him or have any information that could help police track him down, you can call Crime Stoppers. That number is 210-224-STOP or text TIP 127 to crimes. There is up to a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. A 36-year-old man is accused of setting a West Side restaurant on fire, and he's now in custody. Gerald Salazar was arrested yesterday, more than a month after the fire at Apetito's Mexican restaurant. The restaurant owner recently recognized the man in the area. He said he has come into the store before and gotten into arguments with the owner. Salazar is charged with arson and is booked on a $50,000 bond. More than halfway through your week here, let's go ahead and get a quick look at the Friday Eve and the rest of the work week weather with meteorologist Adam Caskey.
We had some good rainfall in parts of our area today. Far west side of San Antonio, Alamo Ranch picked up over an inch. Other locations, not even a drop. As we go through tomorrow, mainly just a lot of sunshine. We'll be 73 in the morning, 90 at noon, a high temperature of 95 degrees with a 10% chance of a rogue shower or two. So generally dry, and our extended forecast is looking dry as well. Mid-90s, not just tomorrow, but basically every day all the way through the weekend and even into the early to middle part of next week. One nice thing is we will have some lower humidity levels during the afternoon hours in the days ahead.
East Central ISD says it's growing. The district expects to double its student population by 2030, but that means planning now. So it is counting on voters to pass a $240 million bond in November. If voters pass the bond in November, the money would go toward a number of initiatives that include new schools and facilities.
In addition to that, we want to make sure that we upgrade safety and security measures across all of our schools, as well as ensure comparability of our facilities, our age facilities. We want to make sure as we build new facilities that we don't leave those behind.
If the bond is approved, the estimated tax impact would be 6 cents per $100,000 of property value. That's about $5 to $6 a month. The increase wouldn't be felt until 2024. School started almost a month ago in Edgewood ISD, but the district, they're still looking for help. It hopes to fill several open jobs tomorrow. That includes custodians, bus drivers, and child nutrition specialists. The job fair is from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Edgewood Performing Arts Theater. Applicants will need to fill out an application online ahead of time. We have that link with information posted for you on KSAT.com. Shade and sustenance. That's the idea behind a South Side Park project. It would turn a park near the Riverwalk into a, quote, food forest. Padre Park is filling up with trees that will eventually provide fresh foods for residents. It was initiated by the Food Policy Council of San Antonio. The council hopes 4 acres of the park will be transformed into a fruit-bearing forest with nuts, berries, and fruit for future generations.
A single tree can produce 2,000 pounds of food. So if one tree can do that, imagine what over 100 can on a publicly accessible park.
San Antonio's Office of Innovation put $25,000 up for the project. Several donors have also made their contributions. Coming up on the Night Beat, $16 million and counting. The effort to make sure that money will get to victims of the Uvalde shooting sooner rather than later, and moving forward while carrying a piece of past tragedy. The survivor of a San Antonio nightclub shooting shares her story 2 years later. Bad Bunny isn't the only performer making headlines. The next group of performers for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo will be announced tomorrow. They will join a lineup that already includes country singers Keith Urban, Carly Pierce, and Leonard Skinner. Check out who else will play the 2023 rodeo on sarodeo.com tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's all for the 9 at Night. Be sure to join us again tomorrow. Have a great evening.